Hi there, signs of Aquarius. This is Kim here to give you some next 3-day messages. Want to tell you though, I feel weird. Okay, the energy is weird. I don't know how else. That's the best word to describe it. It's just the energy is weird. It's weird. So yeah, I was just gonna warn you. I'm not sure what's going to come out. I'm kind of expecting anything and everything to happen. Yeah, well, there we go. What's the fault, man? I told you I'm feeling weird. It's the shadow. It's the shadow energy. It's these energies. There's some type of... There's an energy that's like the spirit of delay, you know what I mean? That you're so ready, so gung-ho, and then there's like this big delay, or there's this quirk in the plans, and it's just like, but I'm on this divine plan. I'm on this divine path. Like, what the hell? So what is this? What is this? What is this shadow? I don't know. It's just the energy. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, it's just, there's good things happening, you know, there's good things happening. People are experiencing miraculous health breakthroughs and life is getting better, but there's still this damn matrix energy, and I'm sure it has something to do with this shadowy energy too. Oh, it's just some sort of disappointment, and it's like, and I'm not trying, look, I'm really not trying to bring the reading down. It's like, it should just keep going up. Things should just be going up from here. It's like, that's the feeling that I get. But then, what's this, you know, what the hell? That's the feeling I'm getting. Agape is beautiful, and I mean, you know, that's unconditional love. That's spirit saying, you know, we have you. we have you in this earth that some people consider a prison planet. But here you are, and here we are, trying to support you with unconditional love as you navigate. And it gets difficult sometimes, you all. It gets difficult sometimes. I don't know. What to say. Okay, so agape though says it is a spiritual initiation card into unconditional love. And then we have the fault line. Let me get to the fault line. The fault line is there, okay? It's this line that we all know is under all of us, okay? It's not singling Aquarius out. It's the fault line is underneath every single one of us. And at any moment, this weak line or this fissure can crack open, right? That's the energy of the fault line. And it's not, I'm wondering if it's something, I'll get more information. Okay, so this is the crack. The fault line is pretending that all is well. There is no easy fix for the solution at hand. It will require a foundational shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up, redefining reality, breaking open. That's the energy. It says, okay, it says it's the energy of walking on eggshells. And that's kind of what I'm because I told you it was a weird energy. It's not really like, it's not angry. It's not that. It's just weird. Yeah, that's it. That's the fault line. That's the energy. We all know what the shadow is, but let me give a... Let me let you see what she says the shadow is. This is Kim Krans, by the way. The unspeakable, the unwelcomed, the denied. The card asks us to delve into the shadow qualities. What can be illuminated, made right? Says that there could be an energy of avoiding the presence of the shadow. It says, quote, "know anything but that." It says when you are reaching that point, then you are touching the shadow. Revealing unconscious aspects of ourselves and of the world. Okay. What is it? With love, something cracks open. With love. With love. Parallel universes. Big Bang. Telescope. You have X-rays and the telescope. I get this feeling like it's a collective message of something is about to just bust right open. Something is about to break wide open, and it's being, you know, agape being here. It's like, you know, you can't have trust that you're always, you know, caught in like this, you know, this web here of unconditional love. That you're always going to be safe in it. But there is a feeling of your intuition telling you way more than any eye could possibly see at this time. X-rays and the telescope. Yeah, that's a big energy of somebody that's you know what? They're telling me that, okay, the group of Aquarius that I'm connecting in with, and by the way, I always open up to your spirit team and the angels. The angels is who I primarily like work with when I do readings for people, and they're telling me that you are witnessing the cracking open of people's facades, as well as the storyline that's simply not working anymore for people. So you're seeing people's shadow. You're seeing people's shadows. You're seeing, wow, this is a message for someone that can see straight into the soul of others, right? Okay. Because I'm really not picking up that this is like, we all have a shadow that we need to integrate, right? But I'm not, like, I've looked at my analytics on YouTube. I know who the majority of the people are that are watching these videos. So I'm kind of not picking up that that's exactly what it is. I'm thinking that it is more of you're seeing into people's real self. Like, you're seeing the parts that they try not to mention or that they feel will be unwelcomed. The shadow is feared because as a collective, people give it so much stigma. You mess up once But duly noted, if it is duly noted, then it's something that people don't want to, talk about, admit to. This repression or judgment that's held onto other people, well, it festers, and then people become even more like they make their shadow gets bigger. I hope that makes sense. But what I'm sensing is a person that can see this, that can pick up on this with your third eye, with your intuition. My parallel universes came out. Parsec. Well, that's the delay that I was feeling. If you've been met by really silly inconveniences, it's the spirit of delay, and it's really annoying on this planet. But so Parsec is saying that there is a space here between what you want or where you want to be and getting there. There's a space, it's a pause. But what's interesting is that unexpectedly this big bang comes in, and there are 3 dots here on the Parsec and 3 dots here inside this big bang. The big bang happens all of a sudden, and it is the start, it is the origin story, it is the beginning. It is everything, but it is nothing known. It's all new. So when a previous explosion happens, and then this happens, and then all is created. Parallel universes. And when I say prison planet, by the way, I'm referring to the trap of enlightenment, of the constantly feeling like there's some sort of plan that you have to get just right. That you have to pass go, and that you have to have so many little notches on your belt in order to pass. Like that's the what I'm talking about, that type of reincarnation trap. Now, of course, it's just a theory, but it seems very plausible to me. So my goal is to pass along the message to let everyone know that you're already an enlightened human being. Well, no, maybe not human being. Let me reword that. Everyone here is an enlightened soul who's already expanded, that you've grown. You've already grown. You're infinite. You're past, present, future. You're everything. There's some weird control here that is very convincing, because you're put into a body that this human body does evolve, and it does learn, and it can grow. But to get a soul caught in that, it seems more like a trap to me. If this sounds like false light to me, is what it sounds like. Anyway, because the idea is to transcend, but it's something that you can start with. Like, you don't have to grow to be able to transcend certain things. That's something you should just be able. It's what Jesus tried to teach in the Gnostics, was transcend this stuff, right? Anyway, I told you I was in a weird mood today. It's a weird mood. So, Parallel Universes is coming out, and it says the power of choice. How did you become who you are today? How did you get to where you are? It's talking about choice. It says you can look at all of the details of your life, all the experiences, but we'll always have a choice. Yes. The decisions of the universe work in mysterious ways, but always in our favor. Our choices are sometimes correct, and other times we can make them to be. All right, well, let's see what they want to say about choice then. About choice. Let's see. Sword and Scales. Spilt milk. If there is a shadow happening or following you around from something that happened in the past, do your best to forgive yourself for whatever that is and let it go. This is a human body. It's a human experience. It's not the soul. It's not the actual soul. I mean, you can try to embody your divine soul here, right? But forgive yourself, because you know programming. You know what the biology allows you to know. And I do feel like there's ways of transcending that and becoming conscious of things. But it's ingrained really strongly with people. So if there is something with that spilt milk, that's what I'm going to say is the first step to bringing in more unconditional love. Unconditional love, what does that mean for yourself regarding things that have happened in the past, regarding feeling bad about choices that you've made, or anything that we feel like we can't undo. Unconditional love is saying you are loved no matter what. You are always loved. You are always cherished. You are a spark of the divine creator of all, which makes you a divine creator of all also. So, for you start showing unconditional love to other people by showing it to yourself first. And it can be a shadow if it drags on. If there's a resentment towards yourself in any way, or a shaming of yourself for anything, there has to, well, no, it doesn't have to. If you want to transcend, you will forgive yourself for anything and everything and leave it in the past. Which in this world, we seem to think we have a past, right? Because of this perspective. So, with Sword and Scales, I have truth, justice, due process, by the book, appeal, balance, make amends, law, integrity, fair play, legal matters. Hear me out. I have the Child card that came out next, and that was about fixed energy, the inner child. This could definitely be also about, in a way, inner child work is like accessing the quantum realm and receiving quantum healing. So working on those issues, whatever has been repressed or whatever you haven't want before the fault line, right, opens up. Addressing that energy. And so the mirror here, the mirror is our self-assessment, how we really look to ourselves in the mirror. And it would be nice if everybody could look into the mirror and say, I am a divine child of God, and anything that has gotten into my head, making me look at myself in a different way, or anything other than the light of God, should be reflecting back to you. Anything other than that's what needs to be worked on. So it's ultimate self-love, seeing yourself the right way. Definitely it's a place where people make comparisons, and we're shown unrealistic comparisons to other people on this planet. So this can also be about, accepting yourself and loving yourself exactly how you are, for all of those things that make you so unique. Anything that you may think makes you quirky, you are always a success in the eyes of your creator. You are always a success. And I don't know, but I feel like there's some sort of it says happening soon. So on the bottom, happening soon. I was going to say, there seems like there's something that's going to be created for you, but I was going to also add to that, like, if you will allow it. Meaning, if you will look into that mirror and say that anything that is not reflecting back to myself, whether it is a judgment that has been cast from somebody else or something I'm holding against myself, then cast that away, so that you can get this big bang blessing in your life. And those are steps to worthiness, which each and every single one of you are. And then the bonfire is enthusiasm, energy, heated, intense, joy, ignite, passion, ecstasy, exhilaration, spark, community, sharing ideas, getting things going, orgasm, fanaticism, fever, and fierce. Yeah, okay. Let's just pull from the Oracle of Genetic Gifts, and let's touch base on, like, ascension things that might be going on with you right now. I saw that one. I don't know if you're into art or if you have some kind of creative flair for divination tools, but I have Tarot Deck Creator here. I have Confirmation, which all of you might be indigo children. They're all just words, but people who are here to bring a different type of frequency to this earth, to raise awareness to different levels of consciousness. And this one says indigo child, beta generation, just meaning the second group of 10-year frame, right? And it says born between 1968 to 1978, which is actually a good majority of the people that watch my channel. I think the age range majority is around 35 to on up into the 60s for my channel. So I'm going to place a bet. I think most of you all are probably indigo children. I'm just not. It's funny they even have those cards, because I'm not really one on, like, putting a specific level. You just know when you know someone carries a different frequency. You know when you're different than somebody else as far as the frequency that you're carrying, right? Yeah, when you know, you know. Claircognizant. When you know, you know. Don't know how you know, but you just know. Just like when I say, that there are different theories that I can maybe be open to debate, let's say. But one thing I wouldn't be open to debate is knowing anything other than, like, I am a divine child and that I am truly loved and that every single person is truly loved. That's like a knowing. It's claircognizant. And it's actually been something that's been with me since I was very young. Ironically, I did not feel it in the churches. I thought I was supposed to find it in the churches, that feeling or that knowing, but that's not where I felt it the most. But I did see it everywhere, and I knew it. I come from a family of people that are mainly atheists, so it's kind of interesting. So that's how my claircognizant has come to me, is just because I've always just known that we've had these like angelic beings helping us, that we've had, that we're just extremely loved, you know. Yoga instructor, body and mind. Yoga instructor, body and mind. And the lotus flower might be, lotus is known, resonating with completion, enlightenment. Clairgustance, clear tasting. I've not had that one, but that's the one I have not had. It's where you get a taste all of a sudden in your mouth and it's coming from spirit. All of you are light workers here as awakened healers, teachers, leaders, and truth seekers. And you're going through ascension number 5, where mentally you're tuning into spirit. I always say signs and synchronicities about the freedom that your spirit has, or freedom of the spirit, are probably associated with this. So you may be finding yourself thinking a whole lot about how the universe is speaking with energy, how it speaks to you, what you see. Okay. Let's get an angel number, and I'm going to wrap it up. Whoa. We dropped on the floor, on the floor, on the floor. Oh, they are. Yeah, okay. Mental tunes into spirit, and that might be, it goes along with this card. 00. I'll read the card first. Angels ask for your attention. Open your eyes, listen, and think about everything that is happening. Trust your intuition. Follow their guidance without any delay. Focus inward through meditation and prayer. I am observant. This fault line is not just you, like, or just me, or just this, it's not singling one person out. It's everywhere. The fault line is opening up everywhere. And like they said, mental tunes into spirits. They say think about what you are seeing, what you are observing, because there's something about this point in time right now, this timeline that we're experiencing, why it is the one thing that we are conscious of right now, why we are all here living in this now moment. It must be pretty big. It must be pretty important. It must be very special. And I think it is. And there's a lot of you that are, I don't want to say supposed to, but are using your x-rays or your spiritual vision, and you're seeing the cracks everywhere in everything. Yeah, alright, so that's what I have. Thanks for dealing with my weirdness today. Sending you love and light. Bye.